Welcome back, everybody, to the First Octagon. I'm your host, Noah Lee. Today, we are talking about the GOAT, the Eagle, Khabib Nurmgomedov, coaching two of his family members at UFC 311. Let's get right into it. So, UFC 311 is taking place in January, first pay-per-view of the year, opening up 2025. Khabib is going to be coaching the main event and the co-main event. Co-main event, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Merab Dvalishvili. And in the main event, we got Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan 2. A nice potential matchup. Habib, ever since he has ended his legacy in mixed martial arts, he is continuing that legacy as being a coach for his family, for his brothers, for his team, and being surrounded by AKA, a phenomenal gym that has given us many, many champions. Habib, Umar, and Islam together have an insane record. Umar and Habib both undefeated, and Islam has the only one loss in between that trilogy. And I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but Habib in the corner, when he's coaching his fighters, he is in that octagon. If you go and watch the finishing sequence of Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier at UFC 302, Habib breaks it down so well for Islam and was giving him the correct orders to finish that fight. In a fight that was arguably in Dustin's favor. Dustin came out and performed that night trying to finish his Cinderella story. That finishing sequence is wonderful. Catches the leg, traps it in between his legs, and he drags him down, and immediately starts looking for the darts to go and choke. And as soon as he locks up that other arm and rolls, Habib loses his mind. Habib knew what he was doing in giving those orders because he, like I said, he's in that octagon. He knows what he's looking for and he delivers. Habib's coaching legacy and his father's legacy, the entire Nurmagomedov family will go down in history as one of the greatest combat sports families to ever exist. Like the Gracies. In 50 years, people are going to be talking about the Nurmagomedov family. 100%. There is no doubt in my mind that that family is achieving greatness and they are making it look good. It looks phenomenal what they're doing. It's crazy that these Dagestanis came out of nowhere and they're taking over the UFC by storm. Like, nobody can touch these guys. They're talking about Ilia Topuria moving up to go fight Islam. Islam will retire a champion because he is that good, and every day he keeps getting better. He doesn't sit down and wait. Every day he wakes up and goes to the gym and trains, and he gets better. His striking's looking better. His wrestling's looking better. His cardio's looking better. Every time Islam Makhachev shows up into that octagon, it is a newer and better version of himself. Every single time. Without a doubt. And he can give that thanks to Habib. Habib is showing him the ropes and what you need to do, and they eat, breathe, and sleep for this sport. And they're doing a good job at it. They're doing a great job, a phenomenal job at it. It's insane. And praise to them. There you go. These dudes are going to be forever embedded into combat sports. Forever. Until the end of time. And they all started out with a father wanting to teach wrestling to local kids in Dagestan, in the mountains of Russia. and look at the fighters he has created. They are machines. They are animals. They are monsters. And it is so amazing watching these guys fight. It's amazing. It's every time going in, it's easy money to make. You know who's walking out of that octagon victorious. It's going to be anybody on Khabib's side. And that's why I think in the co-main event, Merab is going to have a very, very hard time fighting Umar. Now, I know Umar's last performance against Corey Sandhagen on that fight night, pretty phenomenal card, but he didn't showcase that much. He did try to showcase grappling, but I guess I was expecting more, but don't take that away from Corey Sandhagen because the dude is a brown belt, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he did a phenomenal freaking job defending Umar on the ground and, handling business down there. They gave Umar the decision. There wasn't a finish, but that man's undefeated in the UFC. That's a grappler's delight in the co-main event, Merab and Umar. It's an amazing grappler's delight. These dudes are going to be wrestling. How will Merab's cardio and his resilience stand the test against Umar Nurmagomedov? With Khabib in the corner, giving him the orders that he is seeing and knows what has to happen. How will Merab face that and overcome that? There's a reason why Merab kind of seems like he's been a little sketched out about taking this fight. It's because he knows how he is. They don't play around in that octagon. They come to win, and the one thing on their mind is father's legacy. Is the father's legacy, and each and every single one of them being the greatest in that division. Without a doubt. I believe Umar does get the job done. And so does Islam. And you know what that means for Islam? There's been coaches many times that have been on a fight card that have trained 2-3 different fighters, and they're all on the same card. I mean, look at Trevor Whitman. He had Rose Namajunas, Justin Gaethje, and Kamaru Usman all on a single card. That's a hard job to train all three of those fighters and be in their corner for 3 fights. I believe Khabib will do it. And he will get one of them boys a new championship, and the other one will retain his title. And what that means for Khabib's coaching legacy is that it just solidifies him as a GOAT at coaching too. Like, it has never been done, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it has never been done for a coach to come out and be in the corner for the co-main and the main event, and it's 2 title fights. He's going to be coaching to win a title, and he's going to be coaching to defend a title. But like I said, once again, Khabib, when he's watching these guys fight, he knows exactly what to tell them because he's seen everything. He's given these reads. He knows what's happening in that octagon because his fight IQ is so high. It is so high. I mean, when Islam was finishing Dan Hooker, he locks up the Americana, and he's trying to get the finish. Islam's quite not getting it, and Khabib's yelling, "Step over the head, step over the head, step over the head." And as soon as he does, he gets the freaking finish. Like, he sees these things, and he knows what to tell these fighters in a tense moment. He keeps his composure, and he's able to deliver what he needs to say without hesitation. So in my mind, at UFC 311, the Nurmagomedovs will walk away victorious, and it will solidify the legacy even more. And then I believe a week or 2 after that, Usman Nurmagomedov is defending his belt in Bellator. They have another champion in another organization. These dudes are running combat sports. Like I said earlier, it's like the Gracies in the beginning. These dudes are a family of brothers, cousins. It's pure dominance. DC said it in an interview with Rogan. And once these Dagestani boys came over, like, I knew it. I knew what was going to happen. They were going to run with it, and they were going to go, and people are going to have a hard time with them. The UFC is going to be wrapping belts around them all the time. And I 100% believe that. And even outside of the Nurmagomedov family, you got these other fighters out of Dagestan, Russia, or Russian province, that are dominating too. Look at Shara Bullet. Look at Magomedov Ankalaev. They're still pushing it aside for a title fight against Alex Pereira, but I think it's ridiculous. I love Alex Pereira. Fighter of the year. Great fighter. Awesome. Delivered for us in 2024. Magomed Ankalaev is a test. Is a very, very hard test for Alex Pereira. These guys out of Dagestan are no joke. And it is so awesome watching them compete. Every single time. Every single time. Islam, I 100% believe is the pound for pound. Without a doubt. You say John Jones, but hey, I'm going to be honest with you. Not a fan of John Jones. Nothing against the fighter he is. He's a phenomenal fighter. He's a great fighter. I just don't like his antics outside of the octagon. He's kind of seemed like he's turned the tables a little bit. He's a holy man. He's a religious man now. I guess we'll just see. But Islam has to be the pound for pound. I don't think anybody below 185 beats Islam Makhachev. If Islam wanted to, he could go up to 170 and gain that title. I believe he crushes Bilal Muhammad. That's a grappler's delight too. It'd be a fun fight to watch. But I don't think that's really in their agenda to move up and go for a champ status. I don't think that's something they want to do. They just want to be great as a lightweight, as a bantamweight. They want to make a name for themselves and go down in history as the greatest lightweight of all time. And you can 100% argue that Islam is Khabib 2.0, and once he's done with his career, he's going to be on that GOAT list. I'm so ready for UFC 311. So ready for UFC 311. It's going to be awesome watching what they do in that octagon on that night. It's going to be amazing. People say that Sarukian is going to give Islam a hard time because the first fight was really close on short notice. Masvidal gave Usman a really hard fight first time they fought on short notice. And the second time he went out there and he got slept. Same thing with Colby Covington. He didn't get slept by Usman. The first fight was really close. The second fight, he came out and he lost. I think those short notice fights people get like a fake narrative on it. But you have to think this champion was training for 6 to 8 weeks, training for this certain opponent, and then within a week, they have to adapt to this new style, a style that they had not been working with for the last 8 weeks. I believe this second fight, the rematch, is a completely different outcome. I'm going to say Islam second round TKO. I believe he goes out there and finishes Sarukian in the second round. Maybe with a head kick. That'd be some crazy stuff. Maybe with a head kick. Maybe set it up with an overhand. I believe in the Co-main event, Merab versus Umar. I believe that fight goes to a decision and they'll give it to Umar. I believe it's a decision win. Goes to Umar. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for supporting. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're not following me yet, you're missing out. I will catch you on the next episode. I will have a special guest on, and let's just keep doing this. I'll see you at the top, baby.